Morning student. Today here I am going to explain you about an example program of C++. In the last class already I have explained the structure of C++ program. So based on that structure, today here I am going to explain you basic program. Okay. So as usual, like in a C program, C++ also you can give a comment line. What is the use of the comment line? Comment line gives additional information about your program. Okay, means program name, author of the program, when it is created, what is the purpose of that program. That complete information you can give in a comment line like this. Comment starts. Here I am using the multi-line comment, and I am giving the name of the program as first program. Okay. Now this is the comment. So according to the structure, immediately after the comment, here I am including the preprocessor as include. In case of C programming, what we used to include stdio.h, but here we will include IO stream. IO stream. It is a library file which contains thousands of functions. Now here, after the IO stream, we are including one more statement using namespace std. See, actually what is the use of this namespace std? See, example, in C++ we have a number of library files, and that library files contains different types of common functions. When example, more than one library file contains a common function, it is difficult for the compiler to find out from which library file you are using that function. So in that case, you will get wrong and unexpected output. So in order to give a unique name for means from which library file you are using, to separate library files functions or to identify functions from a different library files, here we are using a namespace std. Namespace std means whatever functions you are using now, that functions from a std, means from that library file. Okay, so now after that you give the main function, main, as usual, open brace, closing brace. Whatever code you are writing, that code should be between this opening and closing. Now here int a equals to 10, float b equals to 10.5. Okay, now after that I have initialized two variables because I have assigned a value to variables. So if you have assigned values to a variable, that process is called as a initialization. Now I have initialized two variables. After initializing, example, I want to print. So if you want to print, we need an output statement. Here cout is a output statement, cout. Okay, this is the left shift. As it is, you are supposed to write, even you are not supposed to give only single left shift or any special operator. Here I am printing A, next semicolon, cout, B. After this, first one is A, the second one is B. Here I am initializing and in the next line I am printing. After printing, go to file, save the file. And how did you save the file? As already explained in the structure of C program, when you are saving a file, that file should have an extension .cpp. In case of C program, how you used to save the file? File name .c. In case of CPP, in case of C++, we give the file name as file name .cpp. So here for this file I am giving a file name as a.cpp. Okay. After this I am saving a file as I am executing a file. Again go to, first you write this, again I will explain the procedure. So this is a simple program. No? Just take screenshot of this. After this I will explain how to execute a program. Example, I have written this program in a developer C editor, how you did in a C program. After that, first for saving. Okay, to save the file, then we have to go to file, select new, next source file. File, save. So when you select the save, it will give you the prompt where you want to save and what is the file extension of that file. So file name is example location, your wish, wherever you want to save, you save. And I am giving a file name as A and giving extension as C. Okay. In case of C program, what extension we used to give? A.C. In case of C++, A.cpp. CPP stands for the C++. Now with this, your file is saved. Now after saving, what is the next step? You need to execute. Means you have to check whether there is any error in the program or not. If there is no error in the program, then your program is compiled successfully, and after compiling your program, execute your program. So in order to execute, what you have to do? After saving the file, go to execute menu. There you select compile. Okay, why we do the compilation? We'll check whether there is any error in the program or not. If there is no error in the program, then what happened? Your source program will be converted into a objective file. Okay, now this is a compilation. After compiling, again go to execute menu. Then you select run option. Then your program is executed successfully and your output will be printed on the output screen. This is about a simple programming steps. Means when you are writing a C++ program, where to write, how to save, how to compile and how to execute. Okay, now you take screenshot of this. In order to write a C++ program, what is the step 1? First one, you have to open IDE developer C++ editor. Okay, developer C++. In order to open developer C++, how will you open actually? Start, all programs. From all programs, you select developer C++. After double clicking on that, developer C++ file, next new, next source. Okay, so with this what happened? You will get an editor. Okay, first one, open IDE. In order to open IDE, where we write the program actually in IDE editor. So in order to open IDE editor, what steps you need to follow? Click on the start button, select all programs. From all programs, select developer C++, and from developer C++, select file menu. In the file menu, you select new command. Next, when you click on a new one, you will get again drop down menu. From that, you select source file. These steps are common as we did in a C program. This is for opening. After opening, write the program. Okay, write the program. After writing the program, what you have to do? You have to save the file. Save the file. In order to save the file, what you will do? Go to file menu again. Select save option. When you select the save option, it will give you the prompt where you want to save. Means the location of the file it will ask. So when it is asking the location of the file, you can give a desktop or C drive. Next you give the file name .cp. Okay. So when you want to save, you need to give a location where you want to save. Next you need to give the name of the file, file format. What file format we are using here? .cpp. So you give the .cpp. Your file will be saved. After saving, what is the next step? step, you need to execute your program. In order to execute your program, first what you have to do, you have to compile your program. So in order to compile your program, again go to execute menu, there you select compile. So if there is no error in your program is compiled successfully. But if there is any error in the program, your program is not compiled, you will get some errors. So again you correct that errors, go to execute menu again, select compile option. So your program is compiled successfully. Then after compiling, again go to execute menu, then you select run. Your program will be executed successfully and output is printed on the screen. Okay, so these are only the basic steps how to write a C++ program. Okay, how to write C++ program. Writing a C++ program and C programming is same. Okay, same wherever you have written C program, in the same editor you write the C++ program also. You open developer C++ editor, there you write the C program. After writing the C program, go to the file menu, select the save option. But only the thing you need to remember is, when you are saving a C++ file, instead of .c, what you have to give? File name .cpp. Okay, then your file will be saved successfully. Next, after saving your file, you need to compile your program. As usual, how you compile in a C program, in the same way you compile C++ program also. Go to execute menu, there you select the compile option. So when you are compiling your program, whatever code you have written, that is a source code, that will be converted into the object code. Okay, and if there is no error in the program, then your source code will be converted into an object code. Next, after compiling, whatever code you have, whatever code is generated after the compilation, that code will be converted into the binary code and in the execution step. Okay, so these are the basic steps you need to follow while writing a C++ program. Now, in the next class, we will discuss about tokens. See, already I have explained the tokens. What are the tokens? Okay, like characters, variables, identifiers, keywords, operators, constants. All the tokens I have explained in a C programming. Same concept again you will get in a C++. Okay, tokens. That we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you. Good morning, students. Once again, welcome back to C++ class. Today here I am going to explain you about simple means structure already I have explained. Based on that structure, today I will explain how to write a C++ program. Okay, so this is actually desktop here. Same as usual, whatever editor you have used in C to write a C program, same editor will use for a C++ also. So here developer C++. So above you have a developer C++. You select that editor, developer C++. Developer C++. So here the developer C++ is an editor. You can say this. And here go to file, new, source file. See. Go to file, new, source file. As you opened in a C programming, in the same way you open developer C++ editor and write a C program. So is C++ program. Here first to write a C++ program we need an editor. I have opened an editor. Here I will write the program. So the your program first line should be your comment. So here I am using a preprocessor hash include. Okay, before this first we have to give a comment, no? So I am giving a comment line. Comment line. This is my first program. Now close the comment After that, I am giving a preprocessor. Here, instead of stdio.h, here we'll use a IO stream. IO stream dot h. Next, this is a simple program I am explaining. So I am not including all the components which I had explained in a structure. Only important components I am including. Main. Next, main is means it is from this point the program execution will start. Next, here I am declaring one variable. Int a equals to 10. Next to float pi equals to 3.14. Simple example program. Now here in case of C programming, if you want to print any variable, what we'll use? We use a printf and printf for output statement and scanf for an input statement. Here output statement is a cout. Cout to left shift. Okay. Now here I want to print a variable. No, just you give the name of the variable. Cout a semicolon. Next cout. You give pi. Whatever variable you have declared, that you give. Now save it. Control S. Next, when it is give the prompt to save the file, give the file name A, and I am giving CPP. Okay. So after that, here it should be all files save. So after this, if you want to execute the program, first you check whether there is any error in the program or not. So after writing this program, after saving your program, go to execute. You can see here. Go to execute and compile. Here it is throwing a number of errors. You can see here one statement is missed, that is using namespace std. Okay, so in iostream we have a number of files, but whatever files I am using, I want to use from a std. So that is why here I am including std. So after that, save it, go to execute, again compile. We'll see whether it is throwing an error or not. Error 0. Next, go to same, execute and run. It is giving an output 10, 3.14. 10 is a value and 3.14 is a pi value. Okay, so here you see the first one is this is a comment. Okay, so here this is called as a document section. Here about a program, whatever you want to give, whatever you want to store, that is given in the comment section. Next one is a preprocessor. What is the use of the preprocessor? Preprocessor is used to supply different functionalities to your program. So here in iostream we have a number of header files, number of functions we have. So but I want to use from a std. Okay, and std, that is why I have included using namespace std. After that, this is a main function, means from that point your program execution will start. Next, opening brace and closing. This indicates program starting and this indicates program ending. And here it is a simple output statement. Okay, so here two variables I have initialized and two variables I am printing. And this is without a class definition. And with the class definition also, you have one more program, that also I will explain here. Before going into the class, one more program I will explain. Sum of two numbers. See here, same as we'll go to the new file. See here, as already explained, it is first one is a comment line. So here what comment I am giving? Addition. Next, closing the comment. What is the next one? Preprocessor # include stdio.h. Next, main function. No, before this you have to give a namespace. from which object file you are using this. Using namespace std. Means from this you are using a different functions. After that, main function, give the parenthesis. Next, here I am declaring two variables, int a equals to 10. Both are of integer, no? In the same line you declare. It is similar to your C only. Advanced features I have not explained. In the next program, I will explain the advanced features. Now, C equals to A plus B. Now printf, not printf, here it is output statement, is a cout now. Cout, shift. Now, what you want to print? C, semicolon. Here, this is a comment, and this is a preprocessor, and this is a including one library from a STI. Here instead of what we have to give, IO stream, no? IO stream. IO stream you have to give. Now, third one is the main function, and these three are variables. A value is 10, B value is 20, C equals to A plus B. After that, you save the file. I am saving a file as a.cpp. Now, after that, click on save. It is a duplicate name, already A is there, so I am changing the name. a1.cpp. Now, save. Go to execute. Compile. We'll see whether it is throwing any error or not. One error is there. No such file or directory is a1.cpp. We'll check what is error here. Here it is IO stream. STREAM. IO stream. Save it. Execute. Compile. Now, zero errors. If there is no error, go to execute, run. It will give the output. 30. Okay, this already you did in C programming. Just in C programming, you have a C plus printf statement. Here we have a cout statement to print an output. Okay, so this is a simple thing, how to write a C program, and you can include different data types, different operators. Okay, that we'll discuss in the next class.